Buzz.
My dog is. All right, welcome to the call. This is the second Tuesday of the month. We're in December of 2023. And if you've been on this call before, you know that every week I do a coaching call to help real estate agents with whatever pillar we are working on for that week of that month. And every month, I just redo this. It's a different call every time. We talk about different things, but it's really a group conversation, a Q&A that has to do with that pillar. And so I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. And like I said, if anyone is on this call or you're watching the recording of this call today and you have not seen my entire hour challenge, message me and ask me for it so I could send it to you, because this will make a lot more sense if you've seen the entire thing. However, today we're only going to go over one of those pillars, and the pillar that we're going to go over is foundations, working on your real estate foundations, because that is the second pillar. So now let me get this into present mode and then I will get started. Okay, can everyone see my screen okay? You see the Freedom to Flourish workshop? Awesome. Okay, so a lot of these slides, I'm not gonna redo this because this is all in what you guys have all seen. So these are the 4 pillars in creating your real estate business that you absolutely love and want to wake up and work on and create your business. So the first pillar is your mindset. And so we talk a lot about that in the first week. And we had a call last week on mindset and what it looks like. So there's a lot to that. So we spent a whole hour talking about your mindset and how to get into the right mindset so that you could create a fabulous real estate business. Week 2, we talk about your real estate foundations, like I'm going to go into that here in a minute. And then week 3, we talk about automations. And week 4, we talk about your lead generation funnels and what those look like and how to get more business. And so I've been a real estate agent for almost 22 years, and I had to create a system for myself because as every other real estate agent, I was completely unorganized. I was completely overwhelmed. I was not doing the things I knew I needed to do, and I couldn't figure out why. And with all the coaching that I have taken over the years, I was able to create this system. So this is the Freedom to Flourish in Real Estate system. And it's all about these 4 pillars. And every month we just revisit it. So if you're in this call and you want to come back and you want more of it, I'm here every single Tuesday at 1:00 to go over this stuff. And it's up to you though to figure out what you need in your business. So I have mindset first because all of these other pillars are not going to matter if you don't have this one right. If you're out there and listening to all the doom and gloom and you have a negative mindset about your real estate business, then these aren't going to matter because you're not going to go do the work. And so this is really an important area that we need to work on. And so we did that last week, and I think I have a recording. And if you need more on that and that spoke to you, reach out to me so I could send you some stuff. But definitely come back in January in week 1, which I'm going to have to reschedule the time because I think the first that might end up being the second. As long as I have 4 Tuesdays in the month, then it might be the last 4. But you know what I'm saying? Like, if we need to work on that with you, then definitely come back. And that's the beauty of this, is these change every month, but they're still the same. Does that make sense? So foundations is what my goodness. Okay. So foundations is what we're on this week. So I want to talk about this. And foundations is so important, and it's the area that so many agents do not have set up. And it is the most important part of your real estate business because lots of agents get their real estate license and they go out and they do one lead generation funnel. And they are a part-time agent who is always going to struggle and most likely have a second job. And there's nothing wrong with that. That's the beauty of having a real estate business, is that you're able to do your business however you want to do it. Don't let anybody else tell you differently. If you want to do one transaction a year, fine, do it. That's okay. Don't feel guilty for doing it though. But if you want to do more, then you got to work on these different areas and figure out what's holding you back. What is it that you don't know yet that you need to know so that you could go implement it? What's holding you back? And a lot of this has to do with this saying right here. One of my favorite sayings by one of my favorite gurus. What we focus on determines how we feel, and how we feel, our state of mind, powerfully influences our actions and our interactions. So true. So today we're going to focus on today we're going to focus on our foundation. So that's where I want to go. So I'm going to skip over all of this. If you've been to my stuff before, you already saw it, and I'm just going to go into what we do on week 2, and that's the foundations. So foundations are different for all of us, but in my opinion, there is one that should be absolute for each and every one of us, and that is our CRM. Our contact relationship manager is the most important, whether it be an Excel spreadsheet, whether it be KV Core, whether it be Lofty, I don't care, but all the relationships that you have should be in one location so that you can always get in there and figure out who you need to be having more conversations with, as well as who you need to be reaching out to on social media. Who do you need to make sure you're liking and following? Who do you run your entire business around? For me, that is my VIP database, but I have my VIP database in my CRM. So these top 2 right here are the most important. And I'll tell you some statistics. NAR statistics show that 70% of real estate agents do not manage a CRM. They also showed that 20% of the top agents, that is what they focus on the most. And I don't know about the other 10%. They're kind of somewhere in the middle, I guess. But your CRM is it's where the magic happens. It's where you communicate with your clients, or not even your clients, just your people. It's where you decide what you're going to be putting out there into the world. And these are your people. Jennifer, okay, sorry, I'm adding people still to the call. So your CRM, that's contact relationship manager, your VIP database, those are the top 2 things. And I say them separately because the CRM is where you collect all the people. You collect, that's where you lead people to that you do not know. So that's where your do not know people are. It's where you upload your VIP database people to. It's where you create campaigns, you get them on alerts, you do all these different things inside of your CRM. And that's just like where the magic happens. I went to a class yesterday, and it was a phenomenal class on working your database and finding out who your people are, getting them into some kind of a system. So I can share what I do, but it's really up to you. You get to sit down and you get to decide what your foundations are. So then let's look at a couple of these other pieces. Like I said, your logos and your colors. I think it's so important to have your branding look good these days, because you're doing Instagram, you're doing Facebook business page, all the different things that you're doing, they need to look good, because people, it's either going to catch their eye or it's not. And if you have your logo, you have your colors, and you're able to go create these awesome pieces inside of Canva, then people are going to be attracted to that. You use your personality. What is your personality? Bring that out in your colors and your logo so that it speaks to your people, and you attract the right kind of people to your business, and you enjoy doing those transactions. And then let's talk about your offers. So I go over offers a lot more inside of the funnels week, because each funnel that you go out there and work so that these leads come into your business needs to have its own offer. So what is an offer? I don't think you can start doing business, you can't start doing marketing until you know what your offer is. And this is something that a lot of people do not, a lot of brokerages and stuff do not teach us. But Jennifer Wilson, are you on the call? Sorry, I'm just looking. Yeah, I see you. Okay. I can't get the Zoom link to load on my laptop. Okay, but you're here. Okay, good. Okay, so offers. I'm just going to give you guys a couple of examples, and we'll talk about this more in the funnels week. But an offer for relocation. So if, first of all, you always hear about agents, what's your niche? What's your niche? What is your specialty? But you could have several of those, but let's just pick one. Pick one, get your CRM up and running, and then let's work on your offers. And then we're going to start putting it all together so that you have content to go put out. But an offer for a relocation would be an awesome relocation guide, something that you could put out onto social media that says, hey, I have this great relocation guide that tells you all about moving to New Braunfels, Texas. Click here if you'd like to get it. And then that is linked to your CRM. So they only get it if they give you their information. And from that information and them getting into your CRM, you're going to go find them on social media. You're going to create a relationship. Might only be in text messages or emails, but your goal is to get them into the top of the funnel and work them down so that whenever they are ready to buy or sell a home, you're the one that they're going to call. So I know you guys have all heard people say that the magic is in the follow-up. The deals are in the follow-up. And that's why, because those agents work these funnels, and I want to help you guys create your own funnels. So that's what an offer is. Another one would be, let's think about a VA. So I've been hearing a lot lately from some friends of mine who are really working the military stuff. And could you put together like a VA guide that tells VA how to get 100% financing? There are so many people out there who do not know anything about VA. There's a great funnel for somebody to work. It's a great for agents around my area because we have military bases here in San Antonio. So that would be another offer. That's top of funnel offer that you're going to put out into the world, that you're going to put your logo on, your colors. It's going to be beautiful, something you're proud of. And then you're going to want to do the marketing. It's the great content that you're going to be able to put out there. Canva. I think Canva is so important for us to all learn how to use. And I'm going to do a Canva class soon. I don't have it on a schedule yet, but I think it's so important. And you could just go to YouTube and learn how to use Canva. You could go to Canva and learn how from their training that they have inside of Canva. But there's no magic training that you're going to take that's going to teach you how to do Canva. You've just got to get in there and practice and learn. My content when I first started doing Canva sucked. It was so ugly. I thought, I'm going to have to find somebody to do this for me because I just cannot do it. But guess what? I knew I cannot explain to other people what I want my pieces to look like. I had to go do it myself. I had to learn how to do it. And I did. And now I could go whip out a Canva piece in no time at all. And it's beautiful. So Canva, your logos, your colors, like all of this stuff is so, so important, but so many agents just don't do this stuff. They want to skip straight to the funnels and go do lead gen, but they don't know what to do. And therefore they get in overwhelm and they just freeze. And I know because I've been there, which is why when I became a mentor, I wanted to put this together. And now why you're here. So let's talk about a couple more. And I'm so passionate about a couple of these. So social media sites. Pick one, master it, get this other stuff done, and then go learn another. My favorite is Facebook because that's where my people are. I'm 54 years old. I've been in real estate for 21 years. All my people are on Facebook. And so that I have Facebook lists. The algorithms are working in my favor. I know how to use it. And I connected it to Instagram, even though I don't really know how to use, well, I know how to use Instagram, but I don't go post on there. It just pulls from the stuff I put on Facebook. So social media sites is super important. But don't get wrapped up in doing 10 of them because chances are most of the people you know are on one. Figure out which one that is and master it. Know every single thing about it. Have your profile set up 100% and do it. And I'm going to give you a perfect example. So Angela, who's on this call, helped us with our LinkedIn, some of us at Epic, with our LinkedIn because she is a pro at LinkedIn. My LinkedIn was so embarrassing. I didn't even want to show it to anybody. And I never wanted to get in there. But now I went in and I revamped it. I know everything it does. And I have great content on there now that I want to get in there every day. I want to put my content on there and I love it. And so but I could go do that because I've done the other ones already. And now I added LinkedIn to it. And so we're posting on there as well. Okay, the next one I want to talk about is Realtor Basics. And Realtor Basics are for newer agents or maybe even agents who are not new, but are not feeling 100% confident in your abilities as a real estate agent to do a CMA, to have a conversation with a buyer or a seller, to put the social media content out there because you don't feel like you know what you're doing. Guess what? That confidence is built by logging in to your MLS, logging in to realtor.com or not realtor.com, National Association of Realtors, logging into a few great sites that are out there so that you can educate yourself on what your business is, what the market's doing. You cannot just get your real estate license and just go sell houses. You have to educate people. You have to know all of these things. And so if you take about 30 minutes every day and just go onto a few sites, pick out your sites. I have a list on my phone. If anybody here, I'm just going to pull it up and I'm going to say it out loud. And then you guys could write these down and go in and bookmark them so that you could go in and read what they have to say every day so that you can build that confidence, because that is a huge business suck for real estate agents because they just don't do the work to build that confidence. And so and this is the answer. You will build the confidence by a lot of it just with your MLS. Take the CMA class, take every class your board of realtors offers you, because they're teaching those classes because they know what they're doing and they want to educate you. Education as a real estate agent is so important. So here's a couple of sites that I have wrote down. Keeping Current Matters. That's a great one. Sign up for all their free stuff. They're going to give you so much information for you to go out there and do. National Association of Realtors has a buyer guide and a seller guide that they have built that tells you exactly what buyers and sellers are looking for in a real estate agent. Use that. A couple of other people, and Zonda, Zonda, I can't remember what that was. I wrote it down, but I haven't checked it out yet. Ali Wolf, David Childress, Ryan Serhant. I love him. He has a book called Big Money Energy. He also has a course for real estate agents. That's the course at Epic that any of you who are on this call and with Epic, you have for free. And it's normally a lot more. I don't know how much. I think it's like thousands of dollars, but I'm not really sure. Let me see. Okay, so those are the ones that I go to. NAR really is my biggest. I'm in Texas, so TAR I look at. I love keeping current matters. So figure out what you want to follow and go into those and just educate yourself on them. Okay, so those are the foundations. Next week, we're going to talk more about automation. So the goal of this call is really more of an accountability call. So now really sit down and figure out of these different things I'm talking about for foundations, where do you need work in your business? And if you, I'm gonna get out of this really quick, and then I'm going to go open up my abundance plan. So this is from the challenge, which, like I said earlier, but some of you have joined the call. If you have not seen my hour-long challenge call, please say me in the chat so I could send you the hour-long, the full version of this, because we're only going over the foundations today, but there is a whole hour-long call that goes over each one of these foundational pieces and helping you build your business plan for 2024. So if you missed that, please send me a message so that I could get that to you. But here's what else you get. You get this abundance plan worksheet that is just a Google Drive document. And I will just put this into the chat right now. Or actually, I'm going to put my link tree into the chat so that you guys could get all of the different tools that I use and learn how to use them, or have the links for them, because I talk about them throughout the video also. But last week was week 1, and this we worked on and we talked about your mindset and creating your plan and what's your why. There's enough space in here for you guys to fill this out. What's your vision for your emotions, your health, your wealth, your relationships, your business? And then week 2, that's this week, this is how I will get there. Week 2, foundations. Number 1, your business is your CRM. This is really just a blank document for you guys to go in, make a copy of it, and then make it your own. Put your own logo in here. Put your colors. Work off of this worksheet so that you have all of your stuff in one place, and then bookmark it up here so that you could get to it easily. The master VIP database spreadsheet that I talk about is, here's a link to a blank one on this plan, so you could get to that. Here are some examples of some different ads. I use listings to leads for everything, PDFs, all of it. So that's on my link tree as well. I'm going to go grab my link tree so that you guys can copy this plan and do everything from that link tree. Just give me just a few minutes here. A blog post from Keeping Current Matters has a great free one that you could use, and you could go copy and use it for your blog. Proof of business posts, story posts. I love April Pertwee is one of my coaches in the past. She has a private Facebook group called Light Beamers. And if you're afraid of social media and putting yourself out there, I highly recommend you go follow her, because she has a lot of great content. In fact, I have a call with her at 2, because she's still one of my coaches, and she is the one who talked me into, or not talked me into, but I co-authored in this book called Step Into Your Brave, and she is the main author in it. And so she's phenomenal, and that is just such a great Facebook group. I put it right here on this plan that I share with everybody. And then an inspirational post. And you could do 1 or 2. You get to create your own plan. These are just some ideas of posts that you could do. My favorite, I already said this, social media platform. I feel everybody should have this one first and then work on others. And then there's just a space for you to put in your business page. And so that's really the foundations that I feel are the most important. I don't want to give you guys 500 things to do in here, but here is all of this. So with that being said, let me go really quick to my Facebook group. If you're not in my Facebook group, it's where I just post everything. It's just that I'm not really active in there, but kind of. I post in there. I don't do lives in there anymore because they didn't serve any purpose. Instead, I do these calls, but it's called Real Estate Untangled. And if you'd like to join, feel free to join just so that you know where it's at. And then you could get to any of these items that I share for free. But let me get to it and then I'll share. Look, there's April right there, getting ready for our Visibility Accelerator call. So in here, if you go to featured, this is going to also take you to my link tree, but I'm just going to grab this link really quick and share it in the chat. Copy link address, and I'm going to share it in this chat so that you guys could all get to all of this stuff. Then also, wow, that's not what I meant to do. Hold on. I don't want to send you that one. Instead, I'm going to go to the actual link tree. There we go. Copy. Oh. Everyone, sorry. I meant to have this up and I forgot. Okay, so there's the link tree that has all the stuff. Let me just go over what's on here really quick. I'll leave the chat on once we end the call and I'll respond to everybody with that video. In fact, I'll probably just go grab it here in a minute and put it in here. But here is the challenge. I'm fixing this challenge right now so that you get the video immediately because I'm not going to do a challenge in December, but I probably will in January. So if you register here, then you'll be in my email, so you'll get these email reminders. Here's the abundance plan. You could download it. Here's the VIP database that you can make a copy. Some of the programs that I use are send out cards, listings to leads, my planner. I got my new planner right here. I absolutely love this law of attraction planner for my real estate business. It's my favorite. I've used it for like 5 years. I don't get anything from that. It's just my favorite planner. Here is my Freedom to Flourish in Real Estate YouTube channel, which I'm going to go to here in a second. And then I will give you guys the whole hour of the Abundance Challenge and then all that stuff. So let's go here and let me just grab this really quick. All right. And then while I'm doing that, I would love to, I'm going to stop sharing now. I'll put that link for anybody who wants to stay on the call for a minute. I would love to hear feedback from you guys. How do you feel about your business right now? What's your plans for 2024? Are you struggling? Anything? Do you have any questions about these foundations?
Thank you, Don. I mean, you helped me to be very mindful of the things that I need to get in place. I kind of slow because it's a lot to get all these systems, but the one that is sticking out to me the most is making sure all my leads are getting into my CRM, and then I'm kind of keeping it clean. Like I'm updating when I talk to someone. If I get a buyer lead, I'm putting them on a search. I need to kind of work and make sure that those systems are in place. If the lead comes to me outside of my funnels that are automatically going to my CRM, so that's where I'm kind of at. There's a lot to this, but
There
I'm going to
is,
start there.
but if you organize it into these 4 pillars, it becomes so much easier. And then just join me back here every month. Like I do this, I've been doing this for years, and I just have more and more people coming, and it's just constant reminders of the most important things in this business. We all get overwhelmed with bright, shiny objects, and most of those bright, shiny objects are agents trying to sell you on their funnels, they've figured out a way, and they want to charge you thousands of dollars to go and do it. And that's fine. If you want to go pay for that coaching, that is totally fine. I love coaching. I've paid thousands of dollars for coaching, but don't do it until you have these basic free things set up and you're actively working them. From that point, then you could go and and go and pay thousands of dollars. There's no bright, shiny object that is going to replace using your CRM, creating your database, working on your VIP database, doing the posts. All you're doing is going and grabbing that education that you could read and figuring out a way to educate your database. You could do it in a video, you could do it in an email, you could do it in a Facebook post. There's so many different ways for you to get your content out into the world, but and to your people. That's a whole nother subject, and we're going to talk about that. Angela, who's on the call right now, she is our Georgia state broker for Epic Realty, and one of my best friends, used to be my coach, and I highly recommend her if you need help with certain things. But she put together a free thing for us all as well, and it's her local legend plan. And it's really about what you need to do to become that local legend in your area, to also give you more content to put out. And if you're interested in her stuff, send her a message. Angela, are you still with us? She might have had to go run and do something and have
No, I'm here.
Oh,
I'm
there
right
she
here.
is.
Hi.
Hi, everybody. So, I learned a lot of stuff from her. She's been a coach for over 20 years. I'm not trying to promote her as a coach right now. She's just one of my friends, and comes also with the heart of a teacher. I love that saying, because I'm all about empowering women to build a beautiful real estate business and then go do the things you want to do. But if you'll do these few things for a little bit and create the income, you'll be able to go do so many other things in life. So it's a great gateway to other things, having a real estate business. So this call's weekly, Lisa Harrison. It is every Tuesday at 1:00. And every week we go over a different pillar. The first pillar is always mindset. The second pillar is today. It is foundations. Third one is automations. Fourth one is lead generation funnels. That's my favorite. Actually, mindset is my favorite. Actually, maybe foundations. You see where I'm going here? I don't really have a favorite. Like, it's all so important, but it all comes together and gives you a plan to work every single day, if you will work the plan. And if you don't work the plan, you got to figure out why not. Nobody else is going to do this crap for you. So trust me, I've tried. I have VAs. They can only do so much. You cannot pass all of this off to other people. So does anyone else have a question or anything? I appreciate all the comments. I'm going to go grab really quick the YouTube video real quick so that Okay. No questions at all. I really love questions. I love interaction. I would love for you guys to tell me your thoughts, your hopes, your dreams. You got your real estate license with a dream. What's your dream? I'm a dork. I know it too, so I don't really care. I have 4 sons, so I learned to not care about being a dork, because they think I'm a dork. Anyway, I'm trying to get this video. You guys bear with me. Zoom is like doing something in the background and my computer's going really slow. All right. If you guys have no questions, no comments, no complaints, nothing, then I will let you go. But if you stay on the call, I'm getting that video that is the challenge for December. So I have it. I'm pulling it up right now. Build your 2024 real estate abundance plan. Here it is. It's public, so you could all see it. Let me just grab it so that I could share it.
So I have a question real quick.
I love it. What is it?
When we get off this Zoom, how do you still see the comments in the meeting chat to get to all these links? Or do you just write them down before we get off?
Right now, if you click it, you can open it up inside of a different window. And then when you exit out of the Zoom, you'll have that window open.
Gotcha. Because usually when I click on something, it just
Are you on your phone?
No, I'm on my laptop.
So if you click it right now, just try it. I'm on the call. You could jump right back on. But if you click the link for the link tree right now, then it should just open in a new window. And then you should be able to come back to the Zoom. Zoom's still going to stay up. It's just going to kind of move to the back.
Okay.
But see if that works. And if not, you could jump back on the call. I could send it to you. You guys, I'm on Facebook Messenger every day, all day. So if you just send me a message, and then there's the YouTube video, and also inside of the Facebook group, it's all right there. That Linktree link, like I said, is inside of the Facebook group, Real Estate Untangled. Because I want to untangle this stuff. It's not so difficult.
It worked. Thank you.
Yay. Awesome. And then the video, I just shared the link for that as well, the YouTube video. So that's the whole hour-long one that will help you build a plan for 2024. Join me back here in January. We're going to just keep doing it all the time because it never ends. That's the thing about this business, is there's no ending. You start doing business and you get better solutions and you get better at it, but there's no end game. Like, I always thought, when I get here, I could do that. When I get here, I could do that. But I got there, all I did was want more. And so there is no ending. And so don't think of it like a race that you've got to get to. Think of it more as not a sprint, but instead oh darn, what's the race called where you go slow and steady? Is there
The tortoise and the hare?
Yeah, be more like that. Have that attitude and wake up every day with ease and clarity on what it is you want to work. Marathon is a marathon. Yeah, that's like slow and steady. Thank you, Carmen. And get focused and get clear on what it is you're supposed to be doing by using that abundance plan or your planner. You guys got to get out of the overwhelm, because you can't be in overwhelm and create. And guess what? You got your real estate license, but guess what? You're a creator. You are now in a position where you do lots of different things. You're an entrepreneur. If you don't understand what that means, go read the book Rich Dad Poor Dad and learn the difference between an employee mindset versus an entrepreneur mindset. You get to determine the outcome of your real estate business, and it could be a beautiful thing or it could be a really scary thing. And if it's scary, keep coming back here and I'm going to help you take that out of it and get focused on what it is you should be working on. So, all right. Were you able to open both of those up?
Yes, I was.
Okay, great. And
Thank
Jane,
you.
I see that you asked, do you pay for LinkedIn? LinkedIn, it depends on what your purpose is. Always start with the end in mind for anything that you guys do. That could be a lead generation funnel for you. If you want to pay for it, you want to be all in on LinkedIn, then that's great. But what is the end result that you want? Do you just want clients to be able to see your resume? Then go in there as a real estate agent and make it all about your real estate business, and then promote that. Make that be a funnel that you're going to go out there and say, hey, check out my LinkedIn social. Make sure you include that in your signature and stuff like that. All right, let me see if I have any other questions in here. Hi, Dawn, this is great. Yes, I did record this today. So in fact, I think I'm going to turn the recording off right now. So for those of you watching the recording, reach out to me if you need me for anything, but I'm going to stop the recording.